welcome to World of Travel, the podcast, a complement to our docu-series where we explore the past, present, and future of locations around the globe. So, Kolyn, how are you doing today? I mean, I know because
I'm feeling good,
obviously we
man.
live together, but
I'm on my second cup of coffee. The weather's nice. No complaints on my end.
I'm so excited that we're talking about Maldives because that was like a dream. You know, one of those places you see on Instagram that's just like feels fake, and then you get there, and I feel like it was as beautiful as, like, I was waiting for the glass slipper to drop, but it just is that pretty.
Yeah, I mean, Maldives, you really can't beat it. I think the best thing about Maldives to me was flying in on the seaplanes and seeing that it's 1,100 islands across this whole entire little place. And these islands disappear, and they baby blue, dark blue, and, you know, all shades of blues. And the thing I really love, as you know, is the ocean.
Yeah.
So, I mean, anytime I see the ocean, that's like my happy place. So.
Yeah, Kolyn swam with sharks in the Dubai Aquarium. If you haven't seen all of our episodes, one is in the UAE, and he took the time out of his day to go in the water and swim with sharks, something that I would never do, but he does love the water.
Yeah.
You have anything to say for yourself about that? I still think it was a bad choice.
I mean, you jump out of planes, I swim with sharks. Show got to be entertaining, so somebody got to do this stuff, you know. Otherwise, they'll see us eating food. I mean, we got to break it up a little bit.
Okay, break it up with Kolyn. We'll see if he'll go swim with the stingrays next, or whom else.
I didn't swim. I was supposed to swim with the great whites, and I didn't end up doing that because I got a little nervous about being in the cage.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like the cage is going to fall. Like, and then who's coming to get me? If the cage falls, who's coming to get me?
I wouldn't be able to come
then
get you.
Then you think about it, you got to swim back up. You got to swim back through shark-infested waters back up to the top if the cage falls.
Yeah. I told you not to do that because we went to South Africa recently. I told him, please don't do that. That's ridiculous. But you also said
that's the only thing that made me nervous. Then I started going on a rabbit hole and seeing different things. And I was watching, I think it was Shark Week, and the shark jumped in the cage. The shark went through the cage.
Why I don't play with water animals.
Then the blood came through the gills, and everybody was like just standing there. Everybody froze. Everybody literally froze and didn't go and get the man. And then, like, a couple seconds later, he pops his head up and jumps out of the cage. But, I mean, it could have been curtains for that man.
Okay, well, now enough with the bad travel news. In our podcast, you know, we get to know the people behind all of the travel that we experience. And today, we're so lucky to highlight somebody who travels with us on almost every single international trip, world traveler himself, and owner of Sky Crew Films, his own independent production company, Shamar Marcus, one of our favorite people, who happens to also be the director of photography for our series, World of Travel. Shamar, welcome to the show.
Big Shamar, not the little one.
Hey, what up, what up, what up, what up? Hey.
Whoa, are you using like a new face wash? Your skin's looking so buttery right now.
Yeah, you got that fresh cut.
Oh, thank you very. It's beef tallow. You know that thing.
Wait,
that
what
beef,
you doing?
whipped cream, basically.
No, break it down.
It's like this
tallow.
It's like this thing that's been around. Like, it's basically beef fat, and you put it on your skin, and it makes your skin look like radiant. Like right now, skin is popping. Skin is looking good.
You beef fat on your skin, and that's what's making you shine like that.
Yeah.
Yo, you gotta get
everything. Yeah, I mean, also the good lighting too.
Oh, right. You on Island Time.
We're not about to skip over that. So you're saying like the beef fat looks like actual fat, like if you cook bacon and you rubbing it on your face, that's how your face is looking so clean?
Yes, he's rubbing his face.
With actual fat that's looking like
In a sense, yeah, that's what I understand. It's basically like whipped fat with like manuka honey and like some other like good ingredients, and then it basically makes your skin like radiate.
Okay, without saying the company name, where can we buy this? Yeah. Where can we get this? They gotta pay for placement, but honestly, we want to know where to get this stuff. This
it was one of those TikTok shop things you see online. Like, people using it, you just buy it. So I don't even know what it's called.
Okay, got it.
So that actually is nice to tie into how we work together. A lot of times before we travel, because Kolyn and I were based in Denver for a long time before I moved here to work for The Hill. We fly to New York to all leave from New York. And, you know, you are usually based in St. Lucia, but if you meet up with us, you'll meet us in New York. And we all stay at our home in Long Island. And Shamar came there one time and brought like a bag full of sea moss, which if you could explain to people what that is, he grinded it up in my parents' blender, put some, I guess, water in there and had us gulp it down. It tastes like Jell-O to me. Yeah. But he said I was going to be so healthy. So just break down what that was. That's another one of your beef fat type of things.
I got a funny story about this now too.
So sea moss is, sea moss is one of those things. It has like 92 or 98 minerals out of the 108 that the human body needs. So it's a superfood. It's like moringa, and this is like native to St. Lucia. We have this in the waters, and it's like naturally growing. It's not in any like pond or anything of that sort. Like it's in the ocean. So it's becoming a big thing now. Like I think like Dr. Sebi, like a long time ago, did like an interview about sea moss, and then it blew up for a minute. But now it's kind of like, it's like if you know, you know. But it's one of those things that I'm sure if persons like gravitate to it, and they're like, oh my God, like they learn about sea moss, they would use it a lot more in like a lot of things. You can use it in tea, in smoothies, in shakes, cake, anything.
Yeah, I know it's like a St. Louis. I actually know a guy in St. Lucia that does the sea moss. I know you guys are big on it out there.
What do you mean, does it? What's that mean?
He has a company. I met him at Sugar
Yeah, like
Beach. I think I was with you that time, Shamar, at Sugar Beach. It's a guy named St. Lucia Sea. I forget. He has like a green sign. I'm gonna plug him on Instagram. Maybe we can get him in the.
okay.
Yeah. Shamar, you gotta know this guy. I mean, how
Yeah.
many people is in St. Lucia?
I mean, probably, I'm trying to like think. Wait, is it Taj? I know
I just
there's
know
this
him as
one
St.
dude that
Lucia Sea Moss, man. That's all I know. But he show love on
Okay.
he show love on Instagram all the time.
So Shamar, this episode is
That's
airing right
mad.
after the Maldives episode, and so you were in Maldives with us, and so I just want to start off the top.
Yeah.
Just break down. I mean, there's the beauty, and we're gonna get to that, but what happened to us in Maldives? The ridiculous story that we documented and put the Jet 2 holiday song underneath it.
So, no, literally. I mean, should you plug that clip, like roll the clip or something? I don't know how it works there, but should you plug that in there? Because that was the most funniest thing ever. It's like you pull up to the Maldives thinking like, yo, it's gonna be blue water, which it is there. Don't get me wrong. Like,
Right.
crystal clear blue waters, the sun shining bright. And then I can't remember if it was the first night or the second night, but whichever night, it was like a
It was
freaking
towards the
hurricane
end.
popped up. Huh?
It was towards the end. Remember, it was like towards the end. It was like the end.
Was it towards that?
Yeah, it was the second hotel, and it was towards the end. Remember, because y'all pissed me
Yeah,
off
what?
that day. I was so mad at y'all that day.
That's actually one of my funniest moments. Yeah.
Wait, break down both. Break down both. First, tell people what was wrong with the hurricane on such a small island.
Yeah, so I mean, like, it was just so unexpected because out of nowhere, like, the winds were blowing, like, the rain came in, and we were literally just eating underneath at the restaurant, and like, yeah, it was like a natural hurricane. Like, I was like, yo, like, I didn't know there was a hurricane watch happening here.
Right.
And then it was so funny watching Colin on the other end because Colin was so unbothered. Everyone else was like, "Oh my God!" And Colin's like, "Yeah, he's busy eating. He's having his meal. He's enjoying it." And I'm just like,
Because people don't understand the trees were literally bending sideways. We're like, okay, this is an island. And they
They
told us
were.
about how some of these islands,
Yeah.
the water comes up so high that they get covered, which is why they're not
Okay.
habitable.
Yeah.
And so we were on an island that felt kind of big because they had like lots of hotel rooms. But at the end of the
think about
day,
that.
if the hurricane was bad enough, where are we going?
it was small.
Yeah, where we
Yeah,
going?
there's nothing else. You're literally in the middle
So
of the
in
ocean.
that moment, y'all saying y'all
I mean, there's probably like
thought
some islands around, but
y'all thought we were gonna be flooded. That's what you thought, Shamar.
I mean, could have. I mean, honestly, I was just thinking like, okay, hurricane on this small ass island, like,
I never thought about
what's
that.
gonna happen
Now
next?
that I
Like,
think about that,
is it like a
that
boat
was
that's gonna pick us up, or like a helicopter? Like, what happens like in that kind of situation?
Right.
Because it's not like St. Lucia. St. Lucia is small, but then also you can move around. I mean, we're literally on, like, tiny, probably 200 people max. I don't know,
Yeah. And also in St. Lucia, you can just go. I mean, if it's gonna be a tidal wave, just go top of the Piton. I mean,
No, yeah, literally.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
you're
go
like
up to the
3,000 feet
top.
up.
right.
Just scale the whole mountain.
What else
forget it.
happened during that trip? Y'all remember the speedboats?
Oh, yes. We have another funny
That's
video
what I
about
was
that.
Oh,
scared
yeah.
Speedboat situation was the scary part for me.
So break it to go ahead.
That was
Okay, yeah. So the
rocky.
speedboat. Look, all right. So what happened with the speedboat? I don't know if y'all remember. Was we were trying to catch our flight back to Malay, right? And we were on the speedboats and we were going this man was going like 60, 70 miles per hour because we were running a little bit late. But you see nothing. It's literally pitch black.
Because it was about
And this
4
man
a.m., right?
is
Yeah,
flying like literally
it was
going
late.
over waves, catching
Flying.
air, like boom, 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 boom. And I'm looking at Lindsey and Shamar, and these fools laughing. Literally laughing. And I didn't find it funny. I was like, yo, y'all understand if this boat goes down, we in the middle of the ocean, it's pitch black,
And
and
I,
it's a dub. It's a wrap. It's a cut on World of Travel.
I was more upset. I was like, dang, my luggage is gonna drown.
Lord.
I was like, dang, because I felt like a rescue boat would come get us, but I'll never see them close again.
Yeah. And Lindsey can swim, y'all, but she gonna be looking for me to help her swim. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to swim for me and her.
you're a good swimmer, You're
Yeah.
A pretty good swimmer.
That's what I'm
So,
saying. She gonna
yeah, you
she gonna
saw the
try
sharks and all that.
right.
So,
I actually just have a phobia of the water, just to be clear, like I'll think something's on my leg. So Colin's referring to, I think we were in Mexico, and he kept screaming because I felt something on my foot as I was trying to go.
That was
deep.
St. Lucia.
Oh, St. Lucia. I felt something on my foot as I was trying to go deeper to where he was. And I started screaming like, "Oh, come back, help me, help me!" And he's like, "Turn around." He kept screaming.
No, that's not what I said.
I'm telling my story. You're talking about the wrong place. I'm talking about Mexico. Please listen. He kept telling me, "Turn around, turn around," just to see that the shore was probably I could stand up straight and walk to shore. But because I was so frantic, I was paddling. I thought something was on my foot, and I was just frantic, and I could have just turned around and walked to shore. But he had to come back and get me, and I was stepping on him because I got terrified.
She tried to drown me, Shamar. That's what it is. She tried to drown me.
It's all in the head. It's all in the head.
Right, we made it.
We did. That's one of many examples. So, Shamar, what did you like about Maldives? Like, paint the picture for people. Because a lot of people have told me, like, oh, man, well, that's like our dream trip. So where would you and Kolyn go on your honeymoon for a big celebration if you've been to this place? And I actually don't have an answer to that right now at the moment, because that was one of those places that's very calm and very romantic and very quiet. So it was like probably the only reason I would go back there was for something of those three things. I would not go for a bunch of restaurant options or, the liveliness of a big city.
Nope. So yeah, I was literally about to say that. Like, if you go into the Maldives, like you go in there because you want to be booed up, or you're on a honeymoon. That's what it is. I mean, families. I mean, if you want to go with your family, yes, to disconnect. But for sure, definitely, it's like a honeymoon destination. And it really is what you can expect, like from what you see on the brochures and the TV. Like honestly, like the Maldives is like one of the best reefs I've personally seen in my life. Like I've not seen anything more blue.
Yeah, that reef
I haven't
is
seen
crazy.
like a reef more like vibrant. Like there's fish, there's this, there's that. You see all kind of species. Like if you like scuba diving, if you like diving, like that's probably my number one spot that I've seen. And I remember going down when we all went. And then there was like a cliff, like a drop off, and then it drops like really deep because all of a sudden it's just like nice and shallow, and then all of a sudden you get to this point and it just down.
Yeah.
That was at
And
the
it's
we
the
stayed
most
with
beautiful
Raffles
thing.
That was the reef. Yeah, it may
That
have
was
been.
at the
or Anantara.
I think that was Anatara.
no, that was the raffle.
That was
That's the
Raffles,
raffles.
yeah. We swam to the edge and then
okay.
we looked down.
Yes,
All you see
yeah.
is black. All you saw was blue ocean. You can see the ground very bright, and then we swam to the edge of the reef and we looked down and it's like endless water.
Yeah. Y'all remember the
Yeah,
y'all
it's
remember the
so
current?
vibrant.
Remember we rode the current?
Oh yeah,
Around the
dragged you
island?
around the island at Raffles. Yeah.
Yeah. We actually
Oh yeah,
we
on
got
the
yo, you know
kayak.
what's so crazy? We got in the current on purpose. Usually people trying to avoid the currents. She's like, yeah, let's get in the current. So we all get in the current with her. We all get in the
Like
current with her. We
crazy.
ride the current around the island. Oh,
We
no,
do.
that was with what was his name? Rhea, what was his name?
I can't remember.
I can't remember that man's name. You're a good man though.
What? Tell him about the food. What did you think about?
Shout out
Shout out to
Yeah, shout out to
him.
him.
What do you think about the food? Because
Oh,
people don't know
yo.
like what type of food there is, and there is this distinct.
Right.
We went to a local island for part of our trip just to go visit and learn about the history and the culture, and we had some really great food. But a lot of the hotels, you'll be surprised
Right.
at the variety of food.
Yeah, because they hire chefs from around the world. Like literally, that's what the GM talked about was we want to supply anything you want, so you don't have to go anywhere on this island. And so they bring in chefs literally from around the
I
world.
mean, there's nowhere else to go though.
There's nowhere else to go. Yeah, it's only 10 by 10. But in this 10 by 10, you can get whatever you want. Remember, it was, Shamar, I don't know if you remember, you took all those headshots of the chefs. It was 20 different chefs. You remember that?
Yeah.
They were from
Yeah.
everyone was from a
Actually,
different country.
yeah, from all different places, like everywhere.
So, yeah, needless to say, the food was top tier. Like, amazing. That Indian food, remember that spread?
We got to show a
Ooh,
video
And
of
that
ooh,
that.
ooh.
spread.
Yeah.
That was at Anantara, right?
Yeah, that was Anatar. Boy, that
That
spread was
spread.
crazy. No, the raffles. That was
Mm,
that raffles.
mm,
That was
mm.
raffles.
Because the chef, we were literally like, what do you specialize in at this restaurant? Because we
Oh, I remember
interviewed
that
the chef
too.
for the show.
Mm-hmm.
And all of them came out and were like, whatever you say, somebody in here can make. And then that's what got us prompted to go from the country that each chef was from. And they pulled out like 10 chefs. One was from Thailand, one was from Italy. We were like, oh my gosh. So literally anything that you want can be made. They're like, there's nothing we can't
You
do
can
for the
get
most
it.
part.
Yeah.
Yeah, and inside edition. So I remember I made the fish with the chef, and y'all wasn't listening. We were
The
going
curry
back and
fish.
forth. And so if y'all look at the video, like when you watch the show, this is what the audience, when the audience watch the show, look at my face. I'm enraged. I'm literally so mad. And I'm talking to the guy, and I'm looking at Shamar. Lindsey's arguing about which shot we're going to have, and I'm like, yo, I'm picking the
One
shot.
shot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
Yeah,
just
that was crazy.
someone's like, yo, let's just like get it done.
Let's
Let's
just
just
get
get
it
it
done.
started. And
We
there's
were
a whole
talking
back.
about
But
that
you
earlier.
honestly, I wouldn't lie,
Go ahead.
some of the funniest moments that we have is just it's just me observing like how the two of you guys when you interact, like it's just so funny. Like I feel like we need like a behind the scenes of the interactions because
Right.
I be crying.
All right.
When I tell you I be tearing up with the interactions, like and it's all love, but it's just the most hilarious thing. It's just like, no, Lindsay, we need this shot. Oh no, I told you this one, da, 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 da. And it's so funny. Like honestly, I'd be crying.
He was
And
just
I'd be
saying
sitting in the back
earlier
like,
that basically we all have different jobs. We've traveled so much to do this show that we all kind of know our jobs, and we all by knowing
yeah,
that we all keep each other honest to do stuff. But the problem always lies when one of us trying to get in the other, step in the other one's tracks or get in the other one's way. Too many cooks in the kitchen. Like I'm telling Kolyn, oh, this is the
there are too
framing of
many
the
cooks in the
shot, and
kitchen.
he's
Yeah,
like, dude, you haven't lifted a camera in about a decade. Why are you telling me about the framing of the shot? And I'm like, okay, I might not know the framing, but I know that that's not what I want to look at when it's all said and done and time to edit. And so this becomes in the field decisions, and he's like, just back up. And I'm like, I know we have to go to the next shoot in 10 minutes, and we're just setting up this first shoot. So
yeah,
But
yeah.
listen to that, Shamar. Listen to that. Let's just take a break. Let's let that breathe real quick. She's talking about rushing us and stepping in and taking a shot at the same time. Shamar, think about that. She's rushing us and then moving our shot at the same time. We didn't set up. She comes in. Are you sure you want to get it from this angle? Are you sure? I'm like, yes. Me and Shamar picked it. And the reason why we picked this angle because it gives us the most depth of field. It literally is it's the prettiest shot.
Right,
This is
yeah,
why we
yeah.
picked this. We had a
Yeah, we have
conversation
like a
about
different
it.
thought process,
Yes.
like
And you
the filmmaker cinematic thought process.
absolutely. And Lindsay, you keep us on time. You make sure all our emails and you give us a rundown of what we need to do and what we got going on for the day. But the minute you step in Shamar and I's world, you're throwing us off our note.
and I sent you guys both a group text about what we'd be
Look,
talking
we
about.
doing it
today.
right now, Shamar. We doing it right now.
I sent you guys a group text about what we'd be talking about today, and both of them got on the set before these cameras turned red and said, what are we talking about today? And I went bullet point, line by line with commas, proper pronunciation in a text, and both of you guys like, what's the topics for the day? Which country? We've been everywhere, so it's easy to talk about, but come on now.
Shamar, talk about how we
Tipsy.
how you got to get to Maldives. I think we got to tell people because people don't realize how hard. It's not easy. It's a hard trek to get to Maldives.
Yeah, it felt like I can't remember the exact time, but it just felt like it was 40 hours to get there.
Yeah.
Like
It
it
did take
felt
more than a
felt
full
felt
day.
really, really long. Like you took like 3 or 4 different planes. But then I think the best part of the trip is taking the seaplane into the resort. And yeah, that's a pretty cool experience. Like just flying, landing on the sea, taking off on the sea. And then when you come in, you just seen all these islands or the atolls, they call it, from above with that like insane blue water. Like, yeah, nothing beats that.
And we stayed at a place called Anantara Kihava, and I know we were all laughing because White Lotus had just come out. And we pulled up on this boat because you take a seaplane to a boat, and there was 20 people standing there, like clapping, and we were like, "Oh my God, we're about to die!" They were just like clapping. They were singing a song, blowing a horn, and we were like, because I'd never been
Everything,
greeted.
the whole
We've been to a lot of
shebang,
hotels, but they pulled out a red carpet literally.
Yo, I just thought about this. To say it's such a small islands that we were on, a lot happened on these islands. Remember Lindsay dropped her bike in the water?
Oh yeah, that is true.
Yeah, Lindsay dropped her bike in the water. What else happened? It was a bunch of different things that we had. We went through a hurricane. Oh, my backpack flew.
Oh, so the bike, the producers are asking how the heck do you drop a bike in the water? So you guys have seen the videos, and look, I understand, guys. I play around sometimes. I want to get.
But you gotta you gotta tell them like there's literally a platform. You're surrounded by water.
You're surrounded by water. And
Yeah,
I've seen Instagram people. They ride these little bicycles, and they're in the huts that are over water bungalows. And there's like a bridge that connects you to your over water bungalow and to the mainland. So we had the whole shebang. So I thought, oh, put the drone up, catch me, Colin. Like this is him having nothing to do with the show. I just want a nice scenic shot of me for the gram. So I'm driving around. And then I put the bike kickstand down. They told you, lock your bikes up by your hut whenever you're done. I decided it's just going to be a couple minutes. I put the kickstand down and left it on a little bridge. And I come out and that thing is flipped over in the water under the thing. I had to call security.
The staff must have been like,
Luckily, it was shallow water right there.
Doing the most.
But the other side would have went all the way down because the other side was the whole ocean. So this fell on the inside. I wasn't following my production bullet.
But they did retrieve it though.
Absolutely. There you go. Yeah, keep
Alex is talking smack in my ear.
Keep on track.
Our show's director is talking smack. Somebody wasn't following their own bullet points.
Absolutely. And then that's another thing. That's what I think I really liked about Maldives, just being a person that likes the ocean or the sea, is the fact that you could wake up in the morning, literally walk outside, take a dip in the pool, and go directly into the ocean. You ain't got to go out to the beach. You don't have to go anywhere else. You can literally just go.
It's just right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, it's really cool because when you have the check-in process, the islands are so small that it's really personalized. So this is like a once-in-a-lifetime bucket list trip for most people, to be honest. And so when we covered it, they gave us the full experience as if somebody who was on their honeymoon would have. And so basically at both Anantara and the Raffles Resort that we stayed, you don't even check in. Literally, they have your information from online from before you come. Stuff is on your bed to get situated, and at some point when they see you or the concierge who comes by your room to check on you, they'll grab anything they need from you and they'll bring it right back to your room. So you can just start your vacation immediately. And after 24 hours of traveling, or more than that, that's like necessary because it takes a whole day to get recuperated.
It's a big plus.
Right.
Yep.
And so, Shamar, a lot of people don't know what you do fully. So why don't you paint the picture? Because I think, actually, I posted a clip from you today where you talked about just taking a step, like a leap of faith. A lot of people have traditional careers where, even in my instance, you go from local market to bigger news network to bigger news network, and you continue to build your career. But you're like, sometimes I don't know what's next. I just jump out on faith to move forward. So can you talk about how that's been a through line of your career and what you've been able to accomplish?
Yeah, when I even start, it's such a well, I mean, I had a 9 to 5 job. That's how I started from there. The tennis instructor, and I did that for like a year and a half. And in doing that, I had a lot of side hobbies, and filmmaking was one of them. And I was literally working that job and also working my side hustle. And every time I'll be like off, I'll be like missing MIA, and they'd be like, "Yeah, where's Shamar? Like, is he not on the tennis courts today?" And I'll be like working some job, flying a drone. And I kept doing that, and also I had a lot of like leave, and the company was very gracious because they love to see like a young person doing something. But then it got to a point where it's like, all right, I mean, come on, you can't keep doing this all the time, asking for vacation and leave. So eventually, I decided to leave, and I just took what I was doing, which was filmmaking, photography, and I just ran it that full time. So that's pretty much how I started, and with everything, and not just that only, but I also launched like a wellness cafe. So mantra juices, which we're building, cafes out of 20-foot containers. So we're doing our first one now. And then we're also going to roll like carts, which, we'll put on the resorts. We'll work with the resorts, like, let's say Sugar Beach or Windjammer, or, like resorts on the island, to put these carts and basically distribute fresh juices from the island through there. And also retreats too. So I have the Zenith Retreat, which is the retreat group. And with that, basically, it's bringing a collection of persons together. Because on island, or even just in general, like persons want to feel connected in a space, more or less. And a space that embodies like wellness, a space that embodies wellness, and also, good food, good quality food, organic food, and also physical fitness as well, too. And just connecting the persons in general, because you never know. You can talk to someone today, and then tomorrow you could be doing business with them. So I just like the whole ethos of that. But yeah, honestly, anything I have an idea of, I go full throttle with it. I don't half-ass anything. I just try to go full throttle with it, and then take a leap of faith with it. And even if I don't see the outcome, or I don't see the result, I'll still go ahead because I know God got me. So that's how I move.
Yo, I love it. I saw you say that yesterday. It was like, yo, I just trust in God, and he's been providing. I
Yeah.
thought that's real. Like,
Yeah, it was
if you
provides,
don't
yeah.
move like that, if you don't move like that, and just have faith in yourself, and believe in yourself, and believe that God got you, like things would not happen for you. And that's just my thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think, or you're gonna get half of what you want because you halfway believing in yourself. So
Yeah. You have to
I was
believe, yep.
like, yo, you hit that on the nail yesterday. I was like, yo, and I'm proud of you, bro. Like for real, like you've been doing your thing, and you got all kind
Hey,
of stuff
appreciate
going
that.
on. So, you
Yeah,
know,
don't downplay it. When he says production company, outside of the two other businesses, the juicing and the wellness retreats, his production company has now filmed for television shows, including Housewives that traveled to St. Lucia. Am I correct? And then
Yeah.
also, exactly, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
also full colleges
huge
and
commercial.
universities,
Yeah.
commercials, a huge cruise line commercial. So this is all somebody who just
Yeah.
stepped out from their tennis coaching position to start production because you were really good at drones. And I remember meeting you around that time. So now you have probably one of the most sought after pieces of equipment in the market, a Komodo red camera, and are filming commercial level Netflix quality stuff.
Well, I mean, that commercial, it was
Yeah.
100 cameras. Remember they did this? Well, yeah, you guys did the slow mo, like the
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So
that
it
was
was
crazy.
50 cameras, like a time slice, and then they rigged it like a semicircle. So all the action and all the cast were pretty much frozen in time.
Yeah.
And that was the whole thing. I think the director was from England or something. I can't remember his name. But it was a really cool commercial. And basically what we did at Sky Crew was facilitate the production in St. Lucia. So there was like a whole lot of things that was needed, like 80-person crew. We had to hire like catering, security, logistics, everything they needed. If they needed a helicopter, make the calls, good for them. If they needed a hotel,
Yeah.
like whatever they needed, like we just had to figure it out, on the spot, move quick. So yeah, it was a really cool experience. And definitely the plan is to get more of those because we have the talents on the island, we have the capabilities.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah.
Yep. And all while running around Europe with me.
That is true.
Yo,
Actually,
all while running around
yeah,
Europe
that
with
is true
me.
because
Yep.
that was the biggest project to date for us.
Hmm.
And I was literally like, in the taxi in Europe, we were filming Willow Travel.
Yeah.
And then Colin was probably looking at me like, yo, like how's this man even like
Yo.
all this right now?
But that was really an
But yeah,
honorable
it
thing.
was a
Like we
lot.
hired Shamar to travel with us, and he got this huge job for this cruise ship, which obviously we don't got cruise ship money. I mean, so let's just be honest. And you still honored your commitment to come and
Yeah.
work remotely on probably one of the biggest projects to that point of your career,
Right.
which is admirable and honorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank
So thank you for that. But also, I want to talk about, and I'm sure you guys have all been asked this before. I got asked this yesterday. How do I become like a travel influencer? How do I get free stuff from hotels? How do I? And to me, it's not as simple as like, oh, get followers, or oh, I know you probably get asked that. I said, what do you bring to the table? So, for example, somebody who asked
Right.
me this has a business, let's say, of a skincare business. And I'm like, so perhaps you go to the hotel and say, I want to bring my skincare to people that are coming to visit your stay. Let me charge you nothing, give you 20% of the proceeds and sell it in your shop. And I stay for a week. Let's see how it does. Like, you have to figure out what you're bringing to the table.
Right.
For me, I'm a television host. I'm a production company owner. What I'm bringing to the table is that I can use my platform of 100,000 plus followers and literally, I'm not doing a commercial. I love to travel. My mom worked for TWA growing up, which is a now extinct airline. I'm really telling you where I decided to go. Any trip we went on mostly comes from either somebody inspiring me to go that I've seen online, or me actually having always wanted to go, or Kolyn having to always wanted to go, or even now you, Shamar, ask you, where do you always want to go? And we come up with these ideas and execute. And so that's the thing. I offer a currency of social media. I also offer a currency now, thanks to the hill of a television platform, but that's, what I can bring to the table as far as partnerships to support. But Kolyn has his own, like he can film incredible content for you
Storytelling.
on television level cameras
Yep.
and embed your storyline into his content, which you can then license or keep as a hotel. So what would your response be, both of you guys, to people that are like, how do we go? I want to go on a trip.
I mean, I think we just talked about it, Shamar, right? You gotta just believe in yourself and then take that route. And if that's what you want to do, you got to go full force into it. I mean, and reach out to these people and let them know exactly what you're capable of, and just start with what you can do. Like, I mean, if it's like doing local hotels or doing local stories about, like, let's say right now you're in DC with us right now, right? go film DC. Show us what DC's like. Show us what some of these hotels are like. And you got to start off with doing the work for free. And that's how you develop and get into doing bigger jobs and doing bigger things. And I don't know about y'all. I look up sometimes, I'm like, dang, like this is wild. This is really crazy right now. I mean, we really doing some, amazing. Like, for instance, like when we went, into the mines of South Africa, I'm like, yo, this crazy right now.
Yeah.
We 2,000
Yeah.
feet on the ground looking
I
at
don't
these
think.
huge diamonds. Like this, look what the storytelling and the camera work and the Lindsey keeping us on time. It's got us.
It's mostly the time. It's not the cameras. It's mostly that I'm on time.
So that's
We wouldn't have
very
made a flight without
That's
me.
a very important role, you know.
Right.
Very important role, because
I'm not.
if not, we'll be missing half our stuff, half our schedule.
Yeah, Lindsey just don't keep us on time, y'all. Let me tell y'all, Lindsey does all the work. She gets us set up for us for success, for us to be able to tell the story. Lindsey is in contact with everyone, doing the emails, doing the things I'm not good at, and I would never want to do in the first place, but she gets it done.
Yeah, so all the work is in the pre-production, like, especially for stuff like this, like everything is like pre-planned. You have to make all these calls, figure out way ahead of time with like, the persons you're working with. But yeah, a lot of work is in that pre-production process. So Lindsey, thank you very much. We appreciate
We
you.
appreciate
Thank you.
you. 110%.
Okay, Shamar, you want to answer that question
But,
about? I'm sure people ask you that too a lot.
To answer that question, honestly, what you said about leverage is so important, because you have to, I'll just add to that, because you have to be able to leverage something. But with business, with anything, like, is what can you bring to the table? Most of the time, persons want to work with these hotel partners, and they don't think about like, well, what is it that they want? It's more what I want, and they're already in the wrong. It's not about I want the free stay, because these hotels get a million messages a day about partnered stay. Can I collab? Can I do this? Can I do that? Like, how are you being different? What value are you adding to them? So before you even lead to approach any clients or anybody in business, is like, okay, how can I add value to you? And I think a lot of persons don't take the time to figure out that first thing.
Yeah.
And then also to add leverage is super important, because again, what can you give? What can what value can you leverage? So for instance, I like to think that there's different routes you can go about it, especially wanting to partner with like hotels, or whether it is you want to partner with maybe a celebrity that you admire, or a public figure, something or somebody. Okay, you can either, as a content creator or influencer, you can either go the influencer route. Let's say, if you have 100,000 followers, you can be like, okay, we can create something for you, but also I can leverage my platform. Whether, let's say, if I'm a travel influencer, and I can, promote your page, and then also I can show the statistics like, I can get you 20,000, website clicks, or these videos go viral, and I can do the exact same thing for you, and that can give you bookings. I can leverage that. Or even if I don't have the following, I can also leverage skill. I could be like, hey, I'm a skilled photographer, I'm a skilled videographer. I might not have 20,000 following or 100,000 following, but I might have 2,000, but I'm a badass photographer, and I can take some, pictures for you, for your business, whether it is a hotel or a celebrity. And once you have a good portfolio and they see that, they can be like, oh wow, well, yeah, this person's really good. Like, wow, let's make something happen, because it's worthwhile for the other person on the end. So you have to leverage something. But yeah, it's not only the influencer route. For a lot of persons who think, do I need 2,000 followers? Do I need like 1,000,000 followers or something? And the answer is no, you don't. You just need to leverage something of value.
Yep. And honestly, when people, one thing I noticed, like when you put yourself out there and people showing like the support you're putting into yourself and you're getting the work done, it doesn't matter. Somebody's going to want to support you to get you to the next level, just by seeing that you work hard.
Yeah. We've had a lot of people believe in this little
Yeah,
engine that could of world of travel, to
Right.
be sitting on a set right here. We're literally
Yeah.
in the world of travel. It's one of
Right.
those moments you're talking about, like where you're in the mine underground.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the same thing. We're in a set that was created for us by this awesome lead designer here at the Hill named Jay.
Money.
And yeah, I mean, it's amazing.
Hey.
Yeah, it's really one of the best sets I've ever seen. So yeah, again, But Shamar, we want to have you on. We hope the audience gets acclimated with you because, like I said, Shamar's been on every single trip with us. So we hope that you'll come in studio. Shamar has a ton of family in the D.C. area, DMV.
Yeah.
So next time we want to see you in person in this third chair sitting right next
to
to us.
We want to get to what's next for you, Shamar. I know Shamar everywhere. We got to track him down.
Your dream trip. Yeah, you can't go without telling us that.
Dream trip. Japan is high on the list.
Okay.
I've heard about Japan. I've seen everything about Japan. Everyone I've spoken to who's been to Japan, and these are well-traveled seasoned, well-traveled individuals.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like Japan, number one. So I want to see what Japan's saying.
Okay, book it. Let's go.
Let's do it. I guess I got work to do.
Let's
Some
go.
pre-production work to do.
Let's go.
All right, season 3. Let us know, as always, if you guys want us to go somewhere else. Shamar Marcus, owner of Sky Crew Films, thank you so much for joining us. You're part of the World of Travel family, so we look forward, Kolyn and I, to having you back soon.
All right, brother, man. Send me some of that beef tallow.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I need that beef face wash.
Send me some of that beef tallow.
True, because your skin's looking very smooth.